We need to talk about the silent victims living in our homes. No, not your roommate who passive aggressively texts you about the dishes. I'm talking about your cats. Today, we're looking into the catastrophic ways we're failing our cats every single day. And don't act like you're innocent. I see you with that laser pointer, you monster. So, here's the countdown. Number 20, not respecting their nature. Let's start with the biggest heartbreaker of all. Your cat isn't a tiny dog in a fur suit, people. They're descendants of desert predators with hardwired instincts that haven't changed in thousands of years. When you try to make them conform to your human expectations, like scolding them for hunting or expecting them to cuddle on command, you're telling them, hey, that thing you've evolved to do for millions of years? Yeah, don't do that in my West Elm furniture showroom, thanks. Your cat doesn't understand why their perfectly natural behaviors are suddenly problems. It's like if someone suddenly told you breathing oxygen was rude. How dare you intake O2 in this household? Number 19, social awkwardness. You know what breaks your cat's heart? When you invite 17 drunk strangers into their territory for game night and expect them to be the life of the party. Cats are not social butterflies. They're more like social hermit crabs. They like their space, they like their routine, and they definitely didn't approve of your house party in their living room. And then you have the audacity to call them antisocial when they hide under the bed for 6 hours.
Why is Mittens so unfriendly?
I don't know, Karen. Maybe because you've turned their sanctuary into a Buffalo Wild Wings on Super Bowl Sunday. Number 18, depriving them of vertical space. Cats are three-dimensional creatures in our two-dimensional worlds. In the wild, they climb trees to hunt, to escape predators, and to survey their territory. In your apartment, they get a floor and maybe, if they're lucky, that IKEA bookshelf you haven't secured to the wall. When you don't provide vertical space, you're telling your cat, I know your entire evolutionary history involves climbing and perching, but have you considered not doing that? Get a cat tree, mount some shelves. Your cat doesn't want to live their life at ankle level like some kind of peasant. They want to judge you from above, as nature intended. Number 17, mixed signals. 1 minute you're encouraging them to pounce on the feather toy, and the next you're yelling because they pounced on your moving feet under the blanket. To them, movement equals prey. You can't spend 20 minutes training them to attack moving objects and then get mad when they attack moving objects. That's like if your boss gave you a raise for your PowerPoint skills and then fired you the next day for making a PowerPoint. The cognitive dissonance is real. Number 16, forcing the lap cat fantasy. Some cats aren't lap cats. I know, shocking revelation. It's like finding out some humans don't like hugs, or that cilantro tastes like soap to certain people. When you try to force your aloof, independent cat to be a snuggle bug, you're disrespecting their boundaries and personality. Your cat isn't broken because they don't want to cuddle. They just have different love languages. Maybe their love language is sitting 6 feet away and slowly blinking at you. Respect that. Number 15, neglecting the litter box. Would you use a bathroom that hadn't been cleaned in a week? Would you use a toilet that's already filled with someone else's business?
But I scoop it every few days.
Every few days? Imagine if your toilet only flushed every 72 hours. You'd be looking for a new apartment faster than you can say security deposit. Cats are meticulous groomers. They spend 30 to 50% of their waking hours cleaning themselves. And then we expect them to step into a disgusting litter box because we're too busy watching Netflix to scoop for 5 minutes. Number 14, feeding them from the wrong dishes. This one's subtle but significant. Your cat's whiskers are incredibly sensitive. When you feed them from a deep, narrow bowl, their whiskers hit the sides, causing whisker fatigue. Yes, that's a real thing. It's like eating every meal while someone gently slaps your face. Use a wide, shallow dish, people. Your cat shouldn't have to endure sensory overload just to get their kibble. They already have to eat the same dry food every day. The least you could do is serve it on the proper dinnerware. Number 13, disrupting their sleep schedule. Cats sleep 12 to 16 hours a day. It's not laziness, it's their nature as crepuscular hunters. But what do? Wake them up for Instagram stories, disturb their naps because they look too cute, and then wonder why they're racing around the house at 3 a.m.
My cat has the zoomies at night. It's so random.
It's not random. You interrupted their sleep cycles all day, and now they're wide awake when you want to sleep. This isn't rocket science, people. It's basic cat respect. Not providing enough litter boxes. The golden rule of feline bathroom etiquette: 1 litter box per cat, plus 1 extra. That means if you have 2 cats, you need 3 litter boxes.
But my apartment is small.
I don't care if you live in a Manhattan closet paying $3,000 a month. Find room for those boxes. Would you want to share one bathroom with your roommate, their partner, and have a line forming outside the door? Give your cat some dignity. Number 11, using essential oils. Your lavender diffuser might help you achieve zen, but it's chemical warfare to your cat. Their sense of smell is 14 times stronger than yours, and many essential oils are toxic to them. That calming eucalyptus blend you're diffusing to your cat is like someone setting off a tear gas canister in a confined space. Your self-care routine shouldn't come at the expense of your cat's respiratory health. Number 10, rough play. When you use your hands as toys, you're teaching your cat that human flesh is fair game for clawing and biting. Then you have the audacity to get upset when they attack your ankles while you're making a midnight snack. Create distance between your precious skin and those razor-sharp claws. Your cat doesn't understand why hand attacking was adorable yesterday, but is suddenly criminal behavior today. Number 9, neglecting water quality. Cats are notoriously picky about water, and for good reason. In the wild, stagnant water means bacteria and disease. When you leave that water bowl sitting out for days, collecting dust and debris, you're asking them to lower their standards. Many cats prefer running water. It's why they drink from the faucet or toilet. Get a fountain. Replace the water daily. Hydration is fundamental to their health, and you're making it unnecessarily difficult. Number 8, punishments they don't understand. When your cat scratches the couch and you spray them with water an hour later, they're not connecting those dots. In their mind, you've just randomly assaulted them while they were innocently grooming. What we see as punishment, they see as unprovoked aggression from their supposed caretaker. It doesn't correct behavior. It just makes them fear and distrust you. Redirect, don't punish. Provide alternatives and positive reinforcement. Your cat isn't plotting to destroy your furniture. They're just being a cat. Number 7, using force. Picking up a struggling cat, forcing medication, trimming those claws while they fight for freedom. You might think it's necessary, but to them, it's a betrayal of cosmic proportions. There are gentle ways to handle these situations that don't involve wrestling your pet into submission. Patience, treats, and proper technique can transform these experiences from traumatic to merely annoying. Number 6, disrespecting their whiskers. A cat's whiskers are engineering marvels, sensory tools that help them navigate their world. When you touch, trim, or otherwise mess with them, you're interfering with their GPS system. Whisker stress is real. Those facial antennas help cats determine if they can fit through spaces and detect air movements that signal prey or danger. When you casually flick or play with them, it's like someone messing with your glasses while you're trying to drive. Number 5, making them vulnerable during meals. In the wild, eating is when predators are most vulnerable. When you place your cat's food dish in a high-traffic area or next to the rumbling dryer, you're asking them to dine in what feels like a war zone. Give them peace and privacy for meals. Put their food in a quiet corner where they can eat without constantly looking over their shoulder for threats. Yes, the threat might just be your toddler, but to your cat, that's a tiny, unpredictable predator. Number 4, improper handling. How do you pick up your cat? Under the armpits like a six-pack? One hand on the scruff? Both methods can be uncomfortable or even painful. Support their hindquarters. Let them feel secure. Imagine being lifted by a giant who only grabs you by the shoulders. That's not a carnival ride anyone signed up for. Number 3, disrupting their natural cycle. Hunt, eat, groom, sleep. That's the cat rhythm of life. When we feed them from bowls with zero effort required, we're short-circuiting millions of years of evolution. Interactive feeders and play sessions before meals can help satisfy that hunting instinct. Without this outlet, your cat is left with unfulfilled primal urges and an existential emptiness that no amount of catnip can fill. Number 2, too many toys at once.
I bought them so many toys. Why do they only play with the wrapper?
Because choice paralysis isn't just for humans deciding what to watch on Netflix. When you dump 15 toys in front of your cat, you're overwhelming them. Rotate a few toys at a time. Make them special. Your cat doesn't need a toy chest that rivals a preschool. They need meaningful engagement with a select few items that trigger their predatory instincts. Number 1. The laser pointer problem. Those red dots, they tap into your cat's deepest hunting instincts. The problem? There's never a payoff. No catch, no kill, no satisfaction. It's like if someone dangled a donut in front of you for 20 minutes, had you chase it around the house, and then just turned off the donut. You'd be frustrated too. Always end laser play with a physical toy they can actually catch to avoid leaving them in hunter limbo, searching the house for that uncatchable prey. Look, I'm not saying you're terrible cat parents. I'm just saying we can do better. These majestic cats have given up their wildness to live in our homes and grace us with their presence. The least we can do is try to understand their perspective. So next time your cat is acting out, ask yourself, am I breaking their heart? Because chances are the problem isn't your cat, it's you, the human who doesn't speak fluent feline.